Rajesh. Hey, what's up, Butter? Yeah, sure, you can suggest that. Hey, what's up, JC? I'm from Connecticut, Raj. Um, Island in the Sun. No, I don't know the solo, but I know the song. I'll try it for you in a sec. As soon as this is over, I'll put it on. goes on for a while. I'll look up Island in the Sun for you. I'm trying to think of who's like I can think of the song in my head, but I can't remember who it's by. We'll find out in a sec. Oh, it's a Weezer song. Okay, I think I'm remembering.
Hey, New England, Ford is building F-150s just for you. Introducing the New England Edition Ford F-150s with style, capability, smarts, quality, and lots of swagger. Find these
Hey, what's
great
up, Shag?
offers at your New England Ford
What's up,
dealers
everybody? Glad you're
today.
here.
Step up to the plate with Fanatic Sportsbook. New customers get 10 days of up to $200 back match.
Hey, hey. It's been so long since I heard this. This is a great song. Good suggestion. Hey, hey. Yeah, that's a great song. I was playing a bunch of Weezer songs the other day, and that one didn't come up, so I'm glad you suggested it.
All he doesn't.
Yeah, not a long solo in that song, but I gotta listen to it a couple more times.
Without a warning, you broke my heart. Taking a finger, trying apart. And you left me standing in the dark. Said your love for me was blind. So come on, baby, baby, oh baby, and I'm on my knees. Turn on your light, shine on me. Well, I get a little lonely in the middle of the night. Darling, to make things alright. So come on, baby, baby, please. And I'm begging you, baby, cause I'm on my knees. Turn on your light, and it's shine on me. Turn on your light, and it's shine on me. Hey, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
supposed to be a backing track, but it's actually no, it's not supposed to be. No, it is supposed to be a backing track, but that's an actual Grateful Dead recording turned into a backing track. That one's cool. I definitely gotta practice it.
Vistaprint is where your ideas become can't-miss signage that makes people stop, look, and shop. With vibrant banners, outdoor signs, and more. Just think it, click it, and print it with Vistaprint. Print your possible with 20...
Let's be honest, painting can be a pain.
This doesn't look good.
How much do we spend at that paint store?
Way too much.
That's why we made Bear Dynasty, the #1 rated interior paint at an everyday low price. Go with Bear, exclusively at Home Depot.
Another accident!
Relax, Mom got new pull-ups.
Pull-ups.
These are redesigned pull-ups with a new learning lip.
Leo's at her best. Hey, what's up, SBF? Yeah, it's a VLP kosher shirt. Yeah, I love VLP. I haven't listened to him in a minute, but he's steady dropping new stuff. I got this. I saw him in Hartford at this place called the Webster. He was really good live. I saw him with Trapland Pat. He was really good live too. Yeah, I think he's pretty popular. I mean, he was pretty popular like out of the gate. Because there's not many rappers like VLP that I know of. There's a few. Actually, now that I think of it. Well, Jack Harlow sounds nothing like VLP. Like, at all. And Jack Harlow, like, VLP, I don't know why I'm comparing them. I'm just thinking because I think they're both Jewish. Not that it matters. But, I don't hear much about Jack Harlow anymore. I still always see BLP dropping stuff though. I'm trying to think what's my favorite BLP song called. It's the Jew on the Canoe song. I mean, he's got so many good ones, but I can't think of the actual name for that. It's not what I thought it was going to be. Not bad, but not what I thought it was. Sunset Drive Blues. Yeah, Thank you, Lysergic. I love that emoji. Alright, this is very David Gilmour-esque, but we need the actual Gilmour here.
Vanessa has insuranoia.
What do you got? Alligators in here?
She's gone to great lengths to protect her home so she never has to deal with her insurance. She should have NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
Thank God I'm starving. Can you recommend a good place to eat, honey?
Oh, you're very welcome, Lysergic. I appreciate that. really need to brush up on my Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd's definitely one of my favorite bands. Echoes Jam.
Gucci Flora, gorgeous.
I only want to play this if it has the. Hold on, I gotta pay attention to this one. My mom is a massive Pink Floyd fan. I grew up listening to loads of it. That's awesome. My older brother is the one that put me on to Pink Floyd when I was young. Last couple times I tripped, watched The Wall, followed by Fear and Loathing and the animated film Heavy Metal, great setup. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think I've ever watched all of those in the same night on a trip, but I've definitely seen all those. Yeah, they're all great. What was I gonna say? The only one time I saw one of the best concerts I've ever been to, Roger Waters doing The Wall. It was amazing. I think he still tours and does it. He doesn't tour like a whole lot, but he does come to the U.S. I saw him in Hartford at the Civic Center in Connecticut, but I think he lives in New York. Oh, you've been to Brit Floyd? That's awesome. I've listened to them. I've never actually seen them. I've seen a few Pink Floyd cover bands. My favorite one I've seen is called The Machine. They have a great light show. I've seen them at Hanover Theater. That's awesome. I've heard there's 3 or 4 really good Pink Floyd cover bands, and they're one of them. There's Brit Floyd, Australian Pink Floyd, forgetting one. And then there's one that's not quite as big, I don't think. The one I was just talking about called The Machine. But they're amazing. If you ever have a chance to see them, try to see them. I think you said you were from Mass, right, Lysergic? I think they're from somewhere in the Northeast. They tour the Northeast quite a bit. I think all those Pink Floyd cover bands, I think they tour the U.S. quite a bit. But keep an eye out for Roger Waters doing The Wall. Because I am pretty sure he lives in New York. And I think it's just hard to catch him because, he's older and he doesn't tour a lot anymore. But, yeah, actually, I need to check and see if he's got any tour dates coming up. I haven't checked in a while. But I'm sure you've seen like videos about like you've obviously like listened to The Wall. One time I went to Woodstock Fair because I thought the Red Hot Chili Peppers were playing, and it ended up being the Red Hot Chili Pipers. Dude, I would love to see them also. I've seen videos of them. Like, that probably happens to like 80% of their crowd. Like, they think they're seeing the Chili Peppers. You know it's not the Chili Peppers though, because they're another one that they don't tour a lot, and when they do, it's like only like huge arenas. That must have hit that, like, whoever had that idea to do that, to be the Red Hot Chili Pipers, probably hit him like a ton of bricks. He's probably just practicing his bagpipes one day, and he's just like, why not? Yeah, I need to brush up more on my Pink Floyd. There's so many good Pink Floyd songs. I like all the eras too. And I like that they always kind of like more or less had like a leader, but it's like everybody in the band made like a huge contribution. And Gilmour did kind of like save the band after Syd Barrett. A lot of people argue that like Pink Floyd wouldn't be like famous or well known if it wasn't for Gilmour, but I think Syd Barrett really like set the tone for them. Yeah, they're definitely timeless to me too. Do you have a favorite song by them? I know it's hard for me to pick favorites. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick like Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I want to actually learn how to play that one. It does have like a chorus. I mean, you know that. But it's very like ambient. There's a lot of like weird lead parts that I'd have to learn. But yeah, when I saw Roger Waters do The Wall, it's amazing. Like, the reason why it's one of the best concerts I've ever seen is because, like, it's visual, like, as much as it is musical. And the concept is so cool. Like, from the beginning of the concert, they're building the wall on the stage. Which it makes sense why he only does this on arenas, because they're built, like, throughout the whole time they're playing, they're building the wall. And each brick is covered in like green screen material or something, and so they're projecting stuff on the bricks as they're building it. And by the end of the concert, is the giant wall built, and all the projections on it and stuff. They had like, I forget which song it was for, but they had the helicopter, maybe like, no, not Goodbye Blue Sky. At a certain point in the show, there's like a prop helicopter that comes and like crashes, and like there's all these pyrotechnics and stuff. I was never one for like pyrotechnics, like just for the sake of them. But what Pink Floyd does is like, it's like theater as much as it is music and visuals, which I've just never seen before. Like, I've seen plays and stuff like that. It's closer to like a rock opera than it is like a regular concert. But yeah, it's Syd Barrett. Syd Barrett's definitely one of my favorites. He went off the deep end. But that's only like he had underlying issues. Like, the acid, I'm sure, like brought it on faster, because that's what it does when people have underlying schizophrenia or underlying. No, it's mostly underlying schizophrenia that it like brings out earlier. But he didn't really start going, like, it didn't start getting that bad until he was, I think, in his, like, I want to say, like, early 40s or something like that. But he was an amazing songwriter. He was out there. He was out there for sure. And I think people looked up to him, like, for that reason. Yeah, you definitely do, Lysergic. Before I ever even tried it, that's what my older brother had told me about it. It's like if you have a weak mind, it'll beat on it, which it will. That's kind of a perfect way to describe it. The way that I like to describe it, really with any psychedelics, I mean they all have different effects, obviously, you know that, but the way I describe it, it's like going over everything in your mind with a fine-tooth comb. And ego lust, for sure. Which is a weird thing, because it's like, our society, it pushes egos like heavy. Our society is all about like rampant individualism, which I used to think was like where it's at, but it's really not. And we all like need somewhat of an ego to like survive in the world. But it's still good to strive to not have one. Knowing you have no control can drive. Oh yeah, definitely. But the reality is that like none of us really have control over most things. The only thing anybody really has real control over is like how they react to things and their thoughts. Like more than that, but those are like some of the bigger things, like which thoughts we choose to entertain and which ones that we don't. Yeah, for sure. I look at it as a tool now, but before I looked at it for pleasure. Yeah, same with me. And it'll shift your perspective like pretty quickly, like when you do it that way. Because I used to do it the same way. Like I used to treat it more like I always had like a deep like respect and fascination for it, but like I've always known to some extent that it was a tool, but I used to treat it more or less like a party drug, which it's definitely not. Hey, what's up, Lower? Glad you're here. And yeah, there's plenty of people who treat it that way, but if you treat it that way, it definitely, and you know, like it quickly shows you that it's not for pleasure. It can be pleasurable for sure, but it's way more likely to scare the shit out of a person than it is to be just like a high. I grew up hunting and fishing with my family in CT. After the first trip, I no longer could hunt, even if it was for the meat. Yeah, I could see that. It makes you think about those things. I stopped killing bugs for that reason. Like, if there's like a bug in my room or something, I'll pick it up with like a piece of paper, like a napkin or something. I'll throw it out the window. Which, yeah, I mean, I was never big into hunting, but if I was, I'm sure it would would turn me off of it. I think there's nothing wrong with hunting, like if it's for meat. Like I don't really agree with hunting if it's just for sport, unless it's like a invasive species kind of deal, which at that point, then I think there's more reason for it. I eat meat still. Yeah, it's hard not to. Like, vegetables are great for you, but meat is the only thing that has, like, complex protein. And our bodies need that. This was deer mostly. Yeah, deer. We got a lot of deer up here. Although it doesn't seem like we have as many as we used to up this way. But I know once you start getting into like upstate New York, there's a lot of deer in upstate New York. I've hit a deer a few times. I think once when I was driving, and once I was in the car and somebody else was driving. Hey, what's up, Dodo? Game birds like partridge and pheasant. Yeah, it's crazy how much it can really shift your perspective on like so many things. For me, I think what changed the most. I don't know what changed the most. It's hard to tell because I haven't done any in a while. Like every once in a while, like microdose mushrooms, but that's only because like, yeah, I don't know. The older you get, the harder it is to like have like a productive trip or like a. Really, it's like the more responsibilities you have, the harder it is. For sure, it turned a switch in my mind. I'm trying to like tofu, but I still eat meat several times a month. Tofu needs a lot of spice or sauces. Yeah, that's true. Tofu can be good. Like, it definitely can be good. I've had good tofu before. I have an allergy to penicillin and the mushrooms make me sick. Oh, really? That sucks. I've never had tofu before. Yeah, tofu kind of like doesn't really have like any flavor of its own. So it all depends like on how it's cooked and prepared. That determines how good it'll actually taste. But it could definitely be made good. But meat's really not bad for you. Like humans are definitely like we're meant to eat meat, but that doesn't mean that like it doesn't mean like we have to eat it like all the time and like that's what's healthy. Like ideally like we all need like a variety of things that is really almost impossible to get from just our diets alone. That's why like my family and the people I love and stuff like I talk their ear off about like supplements and stuff because supplements like you can't rely on them. You still gotta have a good diet, but like supplements can help so much. I'm a big advocate of adaptogenic mushroom supplements. I eat red meat like once a week. Mostly we eat chicken in my house. Yeah, I love chicken. Yeah, I eat mostly chicken too. I know they say not to eat too much red meat, and that is probably true. It's probably not good to eat too much red meat, but once a week sounds like probably like the perfect amount because red meat is definitely. I'm pretty sure it's one of like those complex proteins. I'm sure you also get complex proteins from chicken, but you need red meat sometimes. Like I don't know, it just hits a spot that doesn't really get hit otherwise. I've never heard of that. Can you repeat the part about mushroom supplements? Oh yeah, so they're adaptogenic mushroom supplements. Like you've probably heard some of them before. Um, the big ones are like cordyceps, reishi, lion's mane, and then there's some there's some particular brands that I like that are like a blend of a bunch of them. They work really well together, like really well. Yeah, lion's mane is really good. Like lion's mane, they're all good on their own for like a bunch of different things, but they all do like they all target like one area particularly well. And lion's mane like helps regrow neurons. I'm actually getting my dad into lion's mane now because he had 2 strokes like about a month ago, and he's definitely got like an affected area on his brain, and he hasn't lived like a super unhealthy lifestyle, but like supplements and things like that are things that are new to him. But they're really the only things that will like the natural stuff is really our only hope with like real healing. Like pharmaceuticals will they'll keep somebody alive and most of the time like fairly comfortable, but they never fix the root issue. Like almost never, unless you're talking about like antibiotics or something. Supplements are a good way to go, that and eating fresh. Yeah, definitely. Eating raw or cooked. A whole bunch of mixes. They also make mushroom coffee. Yeah, I've never tried the mushroom coffee, but that's another good way to do it. Some people can't get past the taste, but if you don't like the taste, like there's all sorts of forms. You can take it in a capsule, powders, tinctures. You can eat with them, Laura. Like you can cook lion's mane, you can cook reishi. Like you, it's definitely good to eat with them. I think you get like more beneficial effects if you take the supplement because it's like more concentrated. But I've gotten a bunch of people on cordyceps. Cordyceps is like amazing for energy because it helps your body produce, it's called ATP, which is like the actual molecule that your cells use for energy. I look at pharmaceuticals like a Band-Aid sold by Big Pharma. They won't make any money fixing the problem. They will make far more selling a Band-Aid for 60 years. Yep, that's exactly my outlook too. I mean, that's the reality. Yeah, hey, what's up, Steven? Yeah, I'm constantly like trying not to badmouth like the entire healthcare industry because there's a lot of people in the healthcare industry that, you know, they really do want to help people. Like they got into it because they want to help people and they want to do good in the world. But like the pharmaceuticals, like it's all set up just because those good people exist and like they want to do good. Like the whole framework is based around just treating the symptoms with the pharmaceuticals. Like, and that's what most doctors are trained to do. They're not really like, unless they're like a specialist or a surgeon or something, most of the time they're like, that's their area of expertise. It's like diagnose and prescribe. And that is helpful in some cases, but like you were saying, like I was saying, it really is just a Band-Aid. Nurse practitioners are more likely to help you over a real doctor now. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, most of the time, yeah, you're right. I think that's also probably because, I don't know, I know they take like the Hippocratic oath to not do any harm to people and stuff, but like I'm sure there's a decent amount of doctors that really like they just get into it for the money because like they're smart and they know they can do it, which, you know, I would have to imagine if a doctor gets into it for the money, they're probably not really interested in helping people. I'm sure they try, but it's probably not the number one priority. We are limited to 15-minute appointments en masse for primary care. Really? Just 15 minutes? That I mean, when I think about how it is here, that's more or less how it is. I haven't had a primary care in a while. But yeah, based on what I hear from other people, also like nurse practitioners are more helpful in general. The state is so ass backward. Connecticut's not much different, Dick. It's really not. I pay close attention to like what's been going on in Mass, and we're right there with you. Like, we need to be thankful we're not in New York right now. I'm not laughing at them. It's just like, it's funny. We're all right next door to each other. The Northeast, we're in trouble. I also just lost that primary care after a year of him doing nothing. A nurse practitioner gave me 5 referrals immediately. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with everything that's been going on in New York lately, but there's been a lot going on. There's a lot of people like making content about New York. There's this one guy in particular I watch. I think his New York content is like the best. His name is Cash Jordan. I heard a few months ago they did like a big, there was a big Sinaloa cartel bust in Mass. Oh yeah, you watch Cash Jordan too? Yeah, he does some of the best New York content. Like, I'm pretty sure he just moved out like a month ago, like after Mamdani got in. But he still goes back to make the content. He just doesn't live there anymore. Yeah, you've probably seen him, Laura. He's pretty popular now. Another one that does good New York content that I watch quite a bit is Nate Friedman. I like his journalism. He's a lot like a Nick Shirley. I like those two are like probably my favorite. Like, because there's not like outside of YouTubers, there's not like real journalists anymore. Like the media aren't real journalists. Yeah, the cartel has been a mess for decades. Yeah, they definitely like. I'm pretty sure they've been in Mass, Connecticut, all of the Northeast for a while. I think Mass was kind of like their not headquarters, but like their biggest stronghold in the Northeast though. I like Nick also. His past stuff has been wild. I know, yeah. Yeah, Nick Shirley's always doing like, it's crazy how much he does here in our country, but as soon as something pops off, like the invasion in Spain, like a week ago or however long that was, he was there like the next day or like 2 days after, and they're like trying to chase him with a knife. It's like a hub, yeah. Yeah, I think it was like a hub, and I think outside of the Northeast, the next biggest hub is probably Chicago. It's always the blue areas too. They I doubt there's any like red states where they're able to like operate as freely as they do in the blue states. I try not to generalize the Debs, because there is a couple good ones, but I think like, I'm sure you know John Fetterman. He's like, I think everybody recognizes he's like one of the only Dems with common sense. Definitely blue areas mainly, big cities run by crooks. Oh man, yeah. Like I don't. It's hard for me to blame people because like they lie so much. Like I mean, politicians lie to some extent. But I'm not one for playing this, well, like, oh, well, both sides are, like, equally bad. It's not true. Like, it's just not. Like, there's bad Republicans, for sure. There's rhinos. Yeah, I'm not one way or the other, though. They're both in it together. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, they both need to work together. That's why it's, like, there's a whole, like, it's the majority of the Democrat Party now that has no interest at all in working with the other side. That's one of the reasons why I bring up Fetterman is because, like, no matter what happens, like, he's always there, like, he's still representing the Democrats, but he's trying to work with the other side. And he doesn't like the lying, like, because they do a lot of it. And they do a lot of cheating, too. Hey, what's up, Darius? Glad you're back. Or helping the country, it seems. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, I think, like, they have a lot of things in their agenda, but more than anything, they want to replace American voters. They know they can't win any elections in a fair way. They know that. And America knows that. But a big thing has been, like, the districting and stuff like that. I know they just did a bunch of redistricting, like, all over the country, but the reason why they fight so much for that is because they gerrymandered their districts so they can essentially have the areas of, like, their target demographics. And, like, a big thing is, like, any illegal immigrants in America, they want them on the census. They're not as concerned about getting them citizenship as they are them staying on the census, because them being on the census ensures that they keep their electoral seats. A couple of years ago, I signed a petition to allow people to vote for communism and have regretted it ever since. It's okay, Laura. I used to more or less be a Democrat, and I think most people were, like, it's only over, like, the past, like, 20, 30 years it really, like, switched. Like, if you think about it, I mean, the reality is, like, we've all been lied to, like, on a massive scale. So I don't blame anybody. Like, I mean, at this point, now that, like, information is so, like, in our faces, and it's kind of like, you know, there's a lot that gets thrown at us from all angles, but it's even with that, even with all these elements trying to muddy the waters, it's still easier to find the truth now. And yeah, I wouldn't feel bad about that, Laura. We have there's, like, the communists are already here. I mean, they've been here, like, and that's who's running the Democrats now. It's the DSA, the Democrat Socialists of America. The older and more mature I get, I realize it's rigged to have both parties fight while they sell off our freedoms to corporations and foreign companies. Yeah, that's definitely correct. Like, that's what it has been. But I used to fall into this trap all the time, and I see people every day still fall into this trap. Not saying you, Lysa, did, but I always try not to generalize the government, because it really can't be generalized. Like, whether you're talking about, like, a specific party or two parties, like, in any area of the government, there's people that want to do good. Like there's genuine people that want to do good for the country, and then on the other side you have corrupt people, or you can call it the swamp, you can call it whatever you want, but really what it is like there's just corrupt people in the government, and I'm sure a lot of them have been rooted out, but I know there's still a lot in there. For the most part, you're right. It is like this ball that gets hit back and forth while politicians get rich. And I know a lot of people, I mean, everybody's got an opinion on Trump, but when it comes down to it, I mean, most people voted for him on the border alone because they saw what was happening. And that makes sense. It's like, any country, like, no country except the, like, super woke ones, like what just happened with Spain and what's been happening with Europe, like, no country just lets everybody in. Like, that's not how, that's not how it works. I think even the diehard Trump supporters, like, it's not like most of the left make it seem. Like, they think there's this whole, I mean, a lot of people on the left, they think there's a whole big, like, majority on the right that just, like, won't question Trump or criticize him in any way and thinks that, like, every single thing he does is like, great. I mean, I think objectively he's done a lot of great things. Is he the nicest guy? No. But, I mean, they try to kill him like every other week. I don't think, I wouldn't be as nice as him if I was in that, in his position. And I think that kind of gives credibility. Like, a lot of people tried to say, like, when he got hit in the ear, that was fake. And there's a lot of people, I think, that still believe that. But then how do you explain, like, the other 8? There was just a new one. It was actually pretty funny. Like, a few days ago, the Iranians were threatening him. I mean, they've been threatening him, but, it was like a retaliation threat, and they moved him off of Air Force One, and they snuck him out on a food truck. I thought that was pretty funny. And that was actually, like, I'm surprised the Secret Service actually did that, because it seems like they've been slacking lately. They just had to get smuggled out. Hey, whatever gets the job done. I mean, also when it comes to politics and the president in particular, like, it really shouldn't matter. Like, I didn't like Biden. Lots of people didn't like Biden, but nobody, like, if you're an American, it's like you're still gonna hope for the best, even if you know, like, this person is, like, corrupt and, like, doesn't have anybody's best interest at heart. As an American, it's like you should definitely still hope for the best. Like, yeah, whether like the president is on, like, your team or not, like, everyone just needs to be on the America team, and everybody will be good. But there's been a communication breakdown in America, I think. Who got left behind on the plane? How left is kind of interesting too, especially what they feared might happen. Yeah, I heard, that's what I forgot to say. Thank you for reminding me, Laura. Yeah, they left, like, they snuck him out, and all the press was left on the plane that was being targeted by Iran. Hey, maybe this is a good idea for the lives. should mix music and politics. Maybe the music makes politics more digestible. Although I enjoy talking about politics like anytime. You know, Lysergic, one of the things that I was following pretty heavy in mass, which I've been meaning to look up on it and see what's been going on, but I think it's just Boston, but I remember there was something going on where the mayor or the governor had spent too much of the tax revenue or something to that effect, and they couldn't afford to pay the public defenders anymore. And so they had to dismiss like a bunch of cases. I've been meaning to check up on that to see if they fixed that yet. Hey, what's up, Ollie? You gonna change your profile? Okay, that sounds good. Let me know it's you when you change it. I don't think most people I've met could have a common conversation when it comes to politics lately. This has been very refreshing. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Lysergic. It's tough. I mean, even when people aren't biased most of the time, most people don't really enjoy talking about it. I know cops have been caught abusing the flock cams, and I heard about that, yeah. I think definitely other states also, as well as all over. Yeah, I've been hearing about that too. I watched Tommy G's video he put out recently on the flock cameras. The biggest thing when it comes to the flock cameras that I worry about is not so much the cops misusing it. I mean, that is bad, obviously, but I think the main thing to worry about with those is if the wrong people get in power, they're gonna use it to turn us into what China is right now. Which is like they're gonna use it to track everybody, and everybody's gonna have like a social credit score. And if the cameras see you doing something illegal, it's gonna subtract from your social credit score. And like in China, like somebody gets caught jaywalking or something, the camera sees it, takes the money out of their account, and when their social credit score gets lower, they have less access to like services. It's stupid. It's actually like biblical. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of the mark of the beast, but in the Bible they talk about. I'm pretty sure it's in Revelation when they're talking about like the Antichrist and whatnot, and it'll be like around the same time. That's why a lot of people think we're in like end times, because what the mark of the beast is like a physical thing that people will have to make a choice to get, and its purpose will be to buy or sell anything in the world marketplace. And a lot of people think it'll be like the chips that people are putting in their hands to like pay for stuff. Like they think it could be that. They think it could be. Well, it would have to be something like a chip, because in the Bible it says that it's like a conscious decision or something to that effect. That it's something that people will have the choice to get or not. But if someone doesn't choose to get it, they won't be able to participate in like the world economy. The chip, scary, huh? What do you mean scary? Yeah, like when I first heard about like the Neuralink chip, I thought that was great, because I thought like, you know, it'll give like paraplegics and people who are paralyzed, stuff like that, like a chance to walk or stuff like that again. But I could also see how the potential for that technology to be like misused or abused is like too big, I think. That's what I say. I don't think a chip raid is scary. RFID, not raid. Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think like probably get to that point. Like, I mean, they already have. I mean, that stuff is already a thing. But yeah, I think at a certain point, there's gonna be a point where, like, hopefully, where humans start realizing that, like, more advanced technology isn't actually gonna make our lives better. Yeah, you're right. We do it with phones already. I think the phones are on their way out. I've heard a decent amount of people say that before. And whatever it's going to be replaced with, there's already like, it's going to be replaced with like, they already have them. It's like a pod. It's like a pod that connects to, it's either going to be glasses. I forget the brands that like already have them. It's like, that's exactly what it is. It's like a pod connected to glasses. Emoji. But yeah, it's either going to be in glasses or like some kind of contacts. But the days of like carrying around a phone, I think are gonna come to an end soon. Because as soon as they make that stuff cheap enough, they already probably are cheaper than phones. It's just everybody's still hooked on the phones. You good, Ollie. I like when you spam. But yeah, if there ever comes a day where everybody's getting chips, that's when I'll know to stay away. I concentrate more on having the mark of God rather than fearing the beast. That's a good point, Laura. Yeah, if you have the protection, the full armor of God. Yes, in Revelation, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, Revelation is... I need to read it again. I read it like not too long ago. Revelation's also interesting because John was like the only apostle that wasn't martyred. Which had to be for a reason, I would think. Like, the reason probably being Revelation. Social media is definitely having a terrible effect on young minds. Yeah, I agree. I don't even, like... I mean, like, I do these lives on YouTube and stuff, but I really don't use social media, like, hardly at all. Like, I used to have, like, most of them. Like, Instagram. Like, I still have them, I just don't use them. I got rid of Facebook a long time ago. Myself. Yeah, the only reason I never deleted my Facebook is because it's the only place where, like, certain, like, old pictures are stored. But pretty much everything on my Facebook is, like, a time capsule of, like 15 to 20 years ago for me. And it's kind of the same with my Instagram. Although it hasn't been as long for Instagram. I stopped using Instagram probably like 6-7 years ago. Do you like my profile and my sis? She got missing like a year ago. I miss her. It's hard for me to see, but that's your shit. What? Where'd you go missing, Holly? That's awful. I'm sorry. What's up, Fun Cool? I listened to Veil of Maya. I remember you suggested that a while back. I need to practice them still. I really like them though. I think they're in drop D tuning for a lot of their stuff. Okay, Holly, let me know when you change it. Yeah, social media, it's definitely taken a toll. I mean, if there's any one thing that I could like see that it's affected people the most, not even just young people, everybody, but definitely young people, is the need for attention. Like, it's like water to a lot of people these days, which it's like you'll be all right without it. Like, you're still gonna exist. There's advantages to having a talent to occupy yourself instead of just social media. Oh yeah, definitely, Laura. Facebook to me seems more like what people want you to view them as instead of who they really are. Yeah, definitely lysergic. Same with like Instagram or TikTok. A lot of them, like, yeah, and it's kind of like in one sense, it's kind of like human nature. They are like they're just like highlight reels of people's lives, and it's not like that's necessarily fake. It's just like nobody ever sees like what's behind that. Like, and it's human nature. Like, we want to put our best foot forward in like whatever it is we're doing. But yeah, that's more or less how I view them. They're kind of just like highlight reels, what people want us to see. Music is an extremely positive outlet. Yeah, I agree. Music is like, since I started playing, whether you're playing or listening to it, it really doesn't matter. They're both beneficial, but it's definitely been like the best therapy that I've ever had in my life. It's expressing a feeling in the moment. Is it? Yeah, exactly, Laura. That's exactly what it is. And the way that I play, it's not like completely unique to me. Like, I lean on improvising like a lot. Like, I've learned a lot of like songs throughout my life. I've written a lot of songs, but my favorite thing to do is always just to improvise, because it's like a stream of thought, kind of. How long have I been playing? Like around 25 years. I started when I was like 11 or 12, and I'm 37 now, so it's been a while. I picked up an electric drum kit recently. I've been teaching myself. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I love the electric ones too, because you can, like, you just put the headphones on, or you could play through an amp or a speaker. You could be as loud or as quiet as you want. So Lesus Nitro Pro XL with a double. Oh, that's awesome. That's sick. I love drums. Yeah, yeah. Stick with it, dude. Drums are amazing. Like, I miss playing them a lot, cause like it's super cathartic. Like, playing guitar is always therapeutic for me, but like when it comes to any kind of drums or percussions, it's like more cathartic, because it's like, cause you're hitting it. Like, there's more motion involved, and it's like you're getting more energy out. That's all you need, Lysergic. And then if you start playing out and you need to be louder, you just get like a slightly bigger amp. It definitely does. Yeah, it definitely does. Drums in general are like, they're very like healing. All kinds of drums are. been really beneficial to my mental health. That's how guitar is for me. And if you stay consistent with it, you'll get good quick too, dude. Like you'll be surprised at how good you get quickly, especially when you keep that mentality. When you do it for like your own mental health, your own soul, all that. That's what keeps it like a fun thing. I always try to never forget like why I started in it. I don't think I ever can really forget because I feel it. I feel it as soon as I pick it up. I feel it even before I pick it up. Been trying to put in a half hour today, and I'm building up the times. That's awesome. I know sometimes it's hard to find the time to do it as much as you want, but the consistency is really the key, even if it's just like 5-10 minutes. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get a drum set again. Yeah, I started guitar when I was like super young, like 11 or 12, and then I stepped back from it for like a few years when I was like 17 or 18, and like all I played was drums, and that was super fun. I probably played with more musicians when I played drums than like at any other point in my life. Drums are cool too, because like it seems like most of the time, like music, when you find musicians, they need a drummer more often than not, because like there's a lot of people that play guitar, like a lot. You are very consistent. I see you on here practicing your craft, and it gives me the motivation to keep going. I'm glad. I'm glad. If there's any one thing that I can impart on people, is that. Because people have called me like talented and stuff throughout my life, which I don't like. I know I'm not bad, but what I usually end up telling, like, it's more about consistency. You gonna brush your flower? Yeah, I love practice. When you really like enjoy practicing, like that, it really helps you get good quickly. Because no matter what your skill level is, no matter what instrument it is either, like if you love it, it always comes through. Yeah, I mean, you're extremely laid back and positive. There are great qualities. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to have those qualities as much as I can. Yeah, I do my best to like to stay humble and whatnot, especially when it comes to music, because like there, there there's a lot of egos in music, even my own. Like, I mean, I think it's a small ego. I love playing with other people, and like I love teaching anybody. But there have definitely been times in my life where like certain people like it's also like I think like a chemistry thing sometimes. Like sometimes like two people just don't have that musical chemistry together. But then other times like you'll meet people as a musician that like are kind of all about like that perception of like being a musician. And usually those kind of egotistical people are like they're very into like the image of it and stuff, which is really not important when it comes to music. It's like an aspect, but as far as what the music is, it really doesn't have any effect. Am I in a band? No, not at the moment. I like to jam out with people on the spot and find a groove that more of my style right now. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Lysergic. It's been a while since I did like an open mic or anything like that. I might do an open mic soon. If I do, I'll live stream it. Yeah, I'm not in a band right now, but I texted an old friend not too long ago. I've been meaning to play with him. I've just been busy. But he's really into kind of like older blues style. He's an amazing guitar player. He does this style called chicken picking or corn picking. It's where he has like he's got like the thumb pick on his thumb, and then he's got the metal finger picks on the other fingers, and it's kind of the style that like Elvis's guitar play. He was really into this guy named James Burton, which was Elvis's guitar player. He used to play at I think it was the Crossroads Festival in like Louisiana. He used to play with like Jerry Lee Lewis. I think he played with James Burton a few times. But I'm supposed to play with him again. He's a much better guitar player than me. He says he hasn't played in like years. But I told him like the fingers don't forget. So whenever we play together, I'll go live for that too. Alright, I know I've been yapping for a while. I'll do one more and then I gotta get going. It's like a Pink Floyd-esque backing track. We do Great Gig in the Sky backing track. Yeah, right, Lysergic?
What is he doing? Draft.
Yeah, I'll definitely start playing with more musicians soon. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while. right? Like seriously, I love this song. Nothing beats that singing on the original though.
to Disney Plus.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. And thank you so much, Lysergic. Glad you stopped by. Take care, everybody. I'll be back soon.